All right, I said I was going to do better in 2025. Here we go. We doing better. All right, let's talk. Let's talk hair. Let's talk locks. Let's talk natural hair. Let me educate. Allow me to educate, please. I'm asking that you guys use your ears to, because we have two of them. We only have one mouth. So let me do all the talking and y'all just listen, please. And don't get in my comments with your backwards ass comments and all your stuff and, oh, it works for me. And listen, for this video and going forward, please. This video, we are going to talk about coloring your locks specifically. I am not talking about loose natural hair. That's another topic. We are specifically talking about these locks, okay? Far too often, I am seeing unqualified people doing bad color jobs on clients, unsuspecting clients that don't know any better. Far too often, I am seeing people try to cut corners and do it themselves. And there are certain things that you can absolutely DIY. I don't have a problem with that. At the end of the day, it's your hair. You can do what you want. But when it comes to certain things, you should not cut corners. Coloring your hair, especially your locks, is one of those things where you most certainly do not want to cut a corner. I think that is where we mess up the most, okay? That's where I see the most damage. That's where I see the most issues. Now, let me stop right here. Boom. If you are just depositing color, let's say you got some grays here, right? You want to put some black and you deposit some black on your hair. By all means, go ahead and do it at home. Fine. If that's what you're doing. I'm talking about a simple, you want to just cover these little sparse grays that might be right here on the edges, so you put black on your hair to kind of match what you think your hair color is. Hey, more power to you. You don't need to go to a colorist for that. You don't need to go to a specialist for that, right? If you are trying to do any blondes, any reds, browns, I don't even care. It could be as simple as I want a chocolate brown. Anything that may require a double process. Anything that might require some correcting. Anything that might require more than a deposit of color, like a rinse, right? Please don't go to your cousin. Don't go to the Sally's or your local beauty supply store and grab some Adore. Don't go to Sally's and get BW40 and put that on your hair. That is equivalent to when we used to get relaxers and everybody would go get super. And 98% of us never needed super strength in our hair. Okay. You going to get BW40, you going to get bleach from Sally's. That is by far the worst that you can get. You also going to locticians, right? People who specialize in locks, but they are not cosmetologists. They also do not specialize in color. They specialize just in locks and that's it, right? And they may or may not be licensed to even do color, but they do it on locks, right? Stop doing that too. Because a lot of y'all are getting what I call bleach jobs. What's a bleach job? A bleach job is when specifically locticians or a unlicensed or lazy ass hairstylist, I'll just call it a buck. Call it like I see it rather. And what they'll do is they will use the powder, mix it up, right? Usually they'll use a higher volume so it can get done fast, so it can process on your hair faster, but that's another, anyway. And lighten your hair quickly. What they will do is, and you might see a purple or blue or white powder, right? And they mix it in a bowl and they put it on your hair. And then what you'll notice is your hair starts to lift. It starts to lighten. And you'll be like, oh, that's the blonde I want. And it's this brassy, orangey kind of color. It might not be so brassy. You might get lucky. It may lift to a yellow, like a yellowy color, and that might be the blonde that you want. So what the person would do, like especially if you're just doing like the top or a highlight or a money piece or something like that, what they will do is they will then shampoo, maybe deep condition, trim your hair, whatever. And then in the case of a loctician, they will lock your hair after, and then they might, let me rewind, because the lazy locticians especially love to use a purple shampoo and think that is actually toning the hair. that is absolutely not toning the hair. It is absolutely not doing anything except for it's good for gray hair. The purple shampoo is good to take the brassiness out of lifted hair. But that is not the end. That's just the beginning of the process, right? Now you're supposed to go and formulate your blonde to get whatever color blonde you want to get to, and then you put the blonde color on to make up for what you've taken out with the bleach. But no, these locticians are very lazy and they're uneducated, and they think that you don't know any better, because a lot of times you don't, poor things, right? So what happens is they will lock you up, they will retwist your hair with the bleach job, and you like, oh, I got blonde highlights and da 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 da. 4 months later your hair is eating up. 3 months later your hair is eating up. You wondering why the ends is coming out. You wondering why the color, any locks that have the bleach on it, why those are breaking off. Why every time you get a style, and then they'll tell you everything except for the truth. Oh, it's the style's breaking it off. Oh, it's because you're sleeping on it. Oh, it's because you don't wrap your hair up. Oh, it's because you don't put enough oil in your hair. No, you put bleach lightener in somebody's locks. Allegedly, you think you washed it all out. And you never replace what you took out. So now the hair is getting eaten alive. And for some people, it could take 2 weeks. Some people, it might take a year. But it's going to happen. That nothing burns me more than that. Nothing grinds my gears more than seeing people walk around here with bleach jobs. I've seen reputable locticians do it. I've seen it on Instagram. I've seen it on TikTok. I've seen people do color without actually doing color. I've seen people do it to themselves. And then people who do it to themselves, and they see the box color, and what they'll do is they will get box color, I can't think of the names, L'Oreal, right, in a box. And they're like, oh, this don't have bleach. There's no bleach. I can just put this color on my hair and it'll be done. There's absolutely bleach in there. You're not avoiding it. And in fact, it's even worse because you can't control how much is in there. You are not formulating that. So you are not in control of how much damage is going to actually occur by using an all-in-one, shake it up in a bottle and pour it on your head solution. Okay, so I'm not saying this in any condescending way except for to the stylists who do this shit. I'm saying that we have to be careful about who we qualify to do certain things to our hair. Make sure that the hairstylist, right, is licensed to do color, specializes. Just because they're licensed doesn't mean they actually know what they're doing, because a lot of them didn't. They just learned enough to pass the test in cosmetology school, and they maybe didn't practice color on a regular basis, or maybe they picked up really bad habits over the years. No matter what, you want to look at the result, but you want to see clients months later that they've done. See how their hair looks. Okay? So, go to people who specialize in color. That's the bottom line. I'm talking all of this stuff to say, go to somebody who specializes in color. Yeah, I'm plugging myself because that's what I do. That's what I do. So I'm asking you to do the research. Don't just go by how popular somebody is. Don't go by just the pictures, because there are these things called filters. Got a filter on right now. It's a little filter, but it's still, you know what I'm saying? The filters will make the colors look more vibrant than they are. You can do fillers, you know what I mean? Please stop doing this. And I want to leave with this. People say guns, don't kill people. People kill people. It's the same thing with color. Color does not kill your locks. The people who are putting the color on, whether it's you or a stylist, or your cousin down the street, or auntie who and who, they are the ones killing your hair, because you are not informed and they are not informed as well. So just keep that in mind, that it's not color that's going to kill your hair. It's lack of education and proper support and lack of doing it correctly that is actually killing it. Anyway, happy 2025. Stay tuned. More videos to come. Like I said, I'm making a promise to myself to do this. So y'all going to hear my mouth. Y'all going to see this face a little bit more. Peace out.